Hi everybody, meteorologist Joe Thompson with you here from the NBC 24 Weather Center with an update to your forecast. We had a pretty active night of weather across our region very early Tuesday morning as a complex of storms moved through. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. But first, I have the national picture up here because we actually have some activity down in the tropics. First tropical depression has formed just off the east coast of Florida near the Bahamas, and that is expected to become Tropical Storm Arthur as we go during the day on Tuesday. And that storm could spoil a lot of plans across the southeast and mid-Atlantic for the 4th of July. So if you may be traveling to the East Coast for the holiday weekend, keep that in the back of your mind as, again, this storm is expected to trek its way up through the Carolinas and into the mid-Atlantic region by the day on Friday. But for us, we'll be dry by then. That's certainly the good news, but we were not dry overnight Tuesdays. Again, we did have a pretty large complex of storms work its way on through our area, and some of those storms were on the strong side. You can sort of see the evolution of it here on our 12-hour satellite and radar loop. There was a first batch of storms that formed over the Chicago area, but it was the back line that plowed its way through Indiana and across portions of our region. Now, eastern Indiana took the hardest wallop from this particular storm. There were gusts of 60 to 70 miles per hour, numerous reports of trees and power poles down. But thankfully, as that complex of storms worked its way into northwest Ohio and southeast Michigan, it did begin to weaken. Now, we still saw some heavy rain, and there was some isolated reports of damage in a couple of our western counties. Hillsdale County in southeast Michigan reported some downed trees, and in Van Wert County in west central Ohio, there was a report of a tree falling on a house. So we didn't get through entirely unscathed, but it could have been a whole lot worse had those storms held together. For most of us, though, we just saw some overnight rain, and that complex of storms quickly dissipated as it worked its way over our area. So we're looking at a little bit of a lull here as we go through the early and mid-morning hours. However, we're not entirely done with the stormy weather just yet, because the cold front that helped to drive those storms last night is still lurking, and it's going to be moving through our area as we go through the day on Tuesday. And along that front, we could see some additional development. Probably not going to be as bad as the storms that we saw overnight Tuesday, but still some thunderstorms expected for portions of our area as we go throughout the day on Tuesday. So let's break it down for you in our TrueView forecast. This model trying to pop up some showers during the mid-morning. Can't entirely rule those out. The sun's starting to pop its way back out. Could destabilize the atmosphere just enough to maybe pop up a stray shower. But I think most of us get through the bulk of the morning on the dry side. The time frame we're keeping an eye on is between noon and 3 p.m. because that's when that front will be sliding its way on through, and that's where we could see again some thunderstorms redevelop. The best chances are going to be to the south and east of Toledo. Toledo, we're going to be sort of right on the back edge of where these new thunderstorms are expected to fire, so it's sort of an iffy chance if we'll see any more rain in the metro area. Better chances will be down towards Findlay, up towards Upper Sandusky, Tiffin, even Fremont could see a few thunderstorms, and then over towards the Lakeshore area, Sandusky, and even down towards Norwalk. So that's what we'll be keeping an eye out for, a few more thunderstorms during the midday. But as that front continues to push its way off towards the east, it'll take the thunderstorms with it. So I think by the time we get to the evening rush hour Tuesday night, things will be dry across most of our area. Only exception may be our far eastern counties over towards Erie and Huron County. So we'll be drying out as we work our way through Tuesday night. It's going to start to see the humidity drop on the backside of that front. And as we go through the day on Wednesday, I'll have an isolated chance of a thunderstorm across the region. There's a little bit of upper level energy lingering on the backside of this front, but again, most of the activity will be off to our east, back where that front is, and that front will be, for the most part, out of our area by then. So here's your forecast. Partly sunny as we go through the rest of our Tuesday. High temperatures topping out in the mid-80s, so it will be a warm start to the month of July. And again, we expect some of those storms to fire up during the midday hours. You'll have a little bit of a breeze to help with the warmer air out of the west at 10 to 20 miles per hour. But we're dry for tonight. We're looking at partly cloudy skies. Humidity will be dropping as we go throughout the overnight period. So it's going to start to get more and more comfortable as we sleep, and looking for lows very seasonable for this time of year in the mid-60s. As I mentioned, there's going to be a very slight chance, a slim chance of a stray thunderstorm for Wednesday. Most of us get through the day dry, so really nothing to be too concerned about for your Wednesday afternoon. Can see almost 10 degrees cooler, highs falling back into the upper 70s for our highs. And look at the rest of the week. Mid-70s on Thursday, upper 70s for our 4th of July on Friday. So we're talking very comfortable weather for the holiday weekend. It will be a little chilly at night, though, so you may want to have the sweatshirts and jackets handy, especially if you're heading out camping or have any outdoor activities during the evening, because it will be cooling off, including for those fireworks shows. Will likely be in the low 60s during most of those fireworks shows, Thursday night or Friday night. A little warmer for our Saturday, but still nice and comfortable with highs around 80 degrees. And I was able to take the storms out for Sunday, at least for now. It's going to be very, very close, maybe late Sunday night into early Monday morning. We could see a few thunderstorms working their way back to the area, but it does look like we're going to get through the 4th of July weekend on the dry side. But then we kind of revert back to the pattern we've been in. We're going to see numerous chances for some scattered thunderstorms, and we'll be warming things back up well into the 80s for next week, and the humidity also ticking back up once again. So yeah, that uncomfortable summer weather will be back, but at least for the holiday weekend, really couldn't ask for much nicer weather than that. So that is certainly good news, and like I said, great for any outdoor plans you have for the upcoming weekend. That's a look at your forecast. I'm meteorologist Joe Thompson. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.